Om Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kamshachanuramardhanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Bande Jagadgurum. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. I salute Bhagavan Sri Krishna, the son of Vasudeva, and the destroyer of the demons, Kamsa and Chanura, and the dear darling of Mother Devaki, and the teacher of the world. We salute him again and again. Om peace, peace, peace be unto us all. So we are on the second chapter. We are reading that Sankhya Yoga, the cream of the Bhagavad Gita, Vedantic, highest Vedantic teaching. And he was talking about that the state we are to attain is a state where suffering and misery, pleasure and pain will not be able to touch us. We'll be free from all these dualities. But how to do it? We live in the world. We live in the world of karma. We work. Interaction. Karma means interaction. Interaction. I work with you, you work with me. My mind, your mind. My level of thinking, your level of thinking, all will be different. And where is that perfect harmony there? But spirituality is bringing harmony. Spirituality is finding peace and perfection. How can it be done? So that was the discussion going on, how our mind can be trained in such a way that it will be in the world but not feel the pains and sufferings of life. The joys and pains will be equal. Happiness comes, okay, came. Sorrow came. Joy came. Health was good. It's not good. That's also good. How can one reach that state? Well, that is our discussion. And here we are in the chapter, verse number 45. What ought to be the ideal in life? That answer is coming. How to live in the world ideally, to be free from all these dualities. On page 168 and verse number 45. So here the verse starts with this, that this whole world is a mixture of the three gunas. And you need to go beyond the gunas. What are the gunas? Means the qualities, characteristics, sattvika quality, nobility, love, joy, blessings, peace, harmony, all the good things. Rajas, ego, pride, your own infatuations. And then tamas is the most dull and callous and chaotic things. So these three things constitute the whole creation, prakriti. Sankhya philosophy says it is done by that. Therefore it says, verse number 45, the key to yoga, how it can do that? Now, you go beyond the three gunas. Your pure self. You are pure. You are stainless. You are in your divine nature. So perfect. You don't need anything. You don't need any support. You are already there, but you don't recognize that. You live in the world of the three gunas. So lift your mind into that flight. See, everything is gone. You'll be free now and here and now. this moment. So that practice is to be done. So first to understand what this universe in which we live, how our mind is constituted, how the world is constituted, how the person is constituted. All are constituted by the three qualities. So these qualities are either loving quality, purer quality, higher quality, mean quality, and brutal quality. So different levels of qualities are there. Therefore get out of it and you stand above. So that is the achievement of human life. We are not born to cry and weep and die one day. That we are doing though. That is not for the purpose we are here. We have to conquer all these odds and stand in our eternal divine glory. And that glory is conquering the three qualities of life and standing above. So this verse says, Troigunno Vishaya Veda. It is verse number 45. At the bottom, at the top, maybe 169, you can find verse 45. Troigunya Vishaya Veda Nistraigunnyo Bhavarjuna Nistraigunnyo Bhavarjuna Nirdandvo Nitya Sattvastho Nirdvando Nitya Sattvastho Niryoga Kshema Atmavan Niryoga Kshema Atmavan. So Traiguna means the three gunas. Deal with the three attributes, three qualities. Veda, the Vedas. Vedas means, this is not the text Vedas, but the Vedas which indicate to karma. Vedas indicate us to how to live the life. So that the Vedas talk about the three gunas, three characteristics, the three attributes, Sattik, Rajasic, Tamasic, etc. And now, Nistraigunno Bhava Arjuna. Oh Arjuna, you conquer them and stand above. Nistraigunno. You will be above the gunas, you conquer the gunas, you rise above and stand in your glory. Nirdanda, become free from the pairs of opposites. We are all in the level of duality. What duality means? Pairs of opposites. Heat and cold, happiness, misery, pleasure, pain, health, ill health. Opposite, these pairs. Life is in between this. So you get out of this duality. This is not you. This is the only play of the three gunas. In these gunas, this play going on. But in your divine self, you are ever free. So get out of this. That's the Arjuna. Nistraigunna Bhava. These are great blessings and great calling to all of humanity. You can conquer it, come out of that and stand in your own divine self. Nitya Sattasto, ever remaining in your Satta quality. First, you have to stay in a higher quality and then jump. Last jump is going beyond gunas. But how will you go to the beyond? But you have to go from lower, as Swami Vivekananda said, lower truth to higher truth to higher truth. And ultimately that truth and truth alone. So, Nitya Sattasta. Nitya means ever, remaining in the Sattva means goodness or your pristine purity. Niryoga Kshema. Be like that. Don't try to possess something. Don't try to possess something, but God will take care. Surrender to Him and do the practically what is to be done, but not hold on. Holding on creates all our suffering, no? Things are there, but my attachment creates more suffering. So here is the suggestion, Ni, Yoga and Kshema, or acquisition and preservation. People spend their whole life for having thing, maybe sufficient, but still to procure certain more things. Even maybe I heard that recently someone have about, say, maybe 25 pairs of shoes, or I don't know something. I'm saying excessively. That boxes are not being opened yet. But it's a fun to collect things like that and store. The acquisition is not necessary, and it is just wastage of money. But still, only purchase and keep it. Purchase and keep it. So that type of have freedom. Why are you to be so much? But bare necessity, or what is your necessity, that should be there. But above that, we should have to spend the time in other way and in valuable, purposeful way. Atmavan, then remain in your own self. This is the highest teaching. So, little strong advice. Give up everything, don't try to hold on anything, and remain in your own self. So, the Vedas enumerate of the three gunas. You transcend the three gunas, O Arjuna, and be free from pairs of opposites. Ever balanced, unconcerned with getting and keeping. What you get, what you keep. And centered in the self, your own divine self. So this is we can get a good lesson out of it. We are in the three gunas. Even as far as the Vedic wisdom goes, that is also in the realm of the three gunas. But our real nature is beyond the three gunas, ever stainless, ever pure, ever joyful, blissful. That state, it is ours. And this question of holding something and possessing something is not needed. Everything belongs to me. Who remains in the self. Self includes everything. That self, not the small self, but capital S. The small self needs to hold on. But the big self, in the big self, every small S is there. In the ocean, every little wave is there. Wave wants to hold on to something, lest it goes away. Little something, what is there, it goes away. But the ocean, for ocean, there is no question of acceptance or rejection. It is there. Everything is included in that. So our Atman, the ocean of our Atman, the self, the pure, that there is, everything is available there. Nothing is lost and nothing is to be gained there. So this is the idea, and this verse number 45. So the Prakriti, or the phenomenal universe, is designated as the Vedas. The word Vedas here means not the books, but it means the phenomenal, this universe, what we see. And this is the correct definition. The Rig Veda, Yajur Veda, Samo Veda, Athar Veda, all called Vedas, because they deal with the working of the universe. In this, how to live in the universe, how to overcome by doing rituals, Vedic rituals. Then you go to heaven, and then going there, experience something. Then you get tired there, then you give up that, go above. So, but these are all in the realm of the three gunas going on. So, with the working of they help the aspirant to understand intellectually the functionality of the Prakriti. The Vedas, and Vedas means the Karma Kanda, the ritualistic side of the Vedas, they teach us that is everything within the realm of the three gunas, the realm of the tamas, rajas and sattva quality. So far, they are indispensable. When the Vedas are said to be imperishable, it refers to that Prakriti which is eternally going on. Here, sometimes Vedas is the wisdom. Wisdom part is eternal, that's understood. But the ritualistic portion, when it is said, Vedas are eternal. How it is eternal? Because the world goes on eternally. Because I am born, I will die. But the world will continue. We are here, we will not be here. Those who are here before us, many of them are no more. But the world goes on, continues. That's why it's called eternal. It's called in the sense, the river, the water is not the same drop of water in the river. It has Gone where we do not know. But in a flow we see the river is existing. Mississippi is existing. Everyone says, oh, this is Mississippi. But the same waters are not. Waters are gone where it is gone. Individual soul, those the water particle, they went and fresh water came, fresh soul coming. So this movement, this travel journey is continuing, universal journey. More than all this, the Prakriti that constitutes the three gunas, Sattva, Rajas and Tamas. To be Prakriti bound, when we are bound by these three gunas, is not the goal of enlightened human life. Those who are ignorant, they live in the entanglement of the three gunas, either sometimes in the tamas, sleeping, another time in the action, rajas, sometimes in a cool, serene mind in meditation or a peaceful state. So three states, we are rotating in these three states. Every unenlightened person has to move in these three states. So, but going beyond is the goal of life, while the life here is entangled. What is beyond is unfettered. In this life of the three gunas, everyone will have to suffer. There is no escape. Whether even he may be monetarily the richest person in the world, the suffering, they will have to go. Mental suffering will be there, emotional suffering will be there, physical, bodily health problem will be there. Because you are a rich person, there will be no disease, there will be no mental anguish. That you cannot avoid. Because it is on the three gunas is same in the rotation of the three gunas. But our goal is to go beyond. The means to get into it is also presented here. Heat and cold, pain and pleasure, gain and loss, victory and defeat. These duals, such as these, are called the pairs of opposites. They are inevitable in the phenomenal existence. And whoever is in the world, everyone will have to go through this duality. But when a person refuses to be affected, favorably or adversely by these happenings, and when he maintains his even-mindedness, then he is said to be making progress in spiritual culture. So that is to be understood. What we are really making a progress in spiritual life is not here, not the vision you get, what light you see. It may be a good moment, one has a mystic vision. That is not the sign of progress according to this text, verse. How much we are matured to look at the suffering and pleasure with equal eye. Fear and boldness, same way. It is all mental action. I am not being in the world distressed or elated, opposite. Wherever is opposite, how much the difference of these two can be reduced is the sign of spirituality. That means spiritual person is a free person, bold person. He does not care for anything. Not as arrogant person, but in his being settled in the divine which is within. Being settled there, it gives such a strength and power that whatever happens outside, it may create a little imbalance in them for a moment, but they come back to a perfect balanced state, untouched by any problems, any sufferings. Though this term, yoga and shema, requires to be clarified. Yoga means is the act of seeking for needful earthly things, and shema, the act of keeping carefully and such of the things procured. But the spiritual aspirant ought to be unconcerned with getting and keeping of them. That's the ideal of the monastics, no? Wandering monk of India, you go look at them. What they possess. There is no question of possession and holding. They carry their body only. They go, when they are hungry, they go to some household and say, bake something. They give some food, they finish, that's done. Some people are there, some holy people, holy monks are there. They have no even one water jar or anything. So this palm is their plate. They take in this, eat that way, and go to Ganga, wash the hand, take the Ganga water, finish. eating problem is gone. How much time goes for us for preparing meal and this? He finishes within 2 minutes. But he has no position, and you see, they have no such things to carry so much. That's why Ramakrishna one time said, oh, if you see someone having too many bags and baggages and he's a renunciate, then be careful about it. Because he may be appearing, he may have some attachment to this. That does not actually, main thing is the mental attitude. It is not the mostly outside. Outside you may have infinite, all the positions of the world, money, wealth, everything. But I possess? No. If one thinks that is Lord's, I am the caretaker. So you live in a palace, matters little, it is not yours. So this philosophy is that how detachment can follow us. There is no need of holding to anything because you cannot hold. When it is to go, it will go out of the fingers. I cannot hold anything. I cannot hold a second in my control. Our money, wealth, love, beauty, age, it is all flow in its own stream. So we are only just to live in this life and stand behind. That's the point. See the changes of the body, see the changes of things, what is happening. But I am not at all affected by that. But the spiritual aspirant ought to be unconcerned with getting and keeping them. As all beings get, as a matter of course, the air they require for breathing, the spiritual aspirant gets his bare bodily requirements without effort. Such is the law of spiritual life. This aspirant deviates from this path when he gives undue attention to getting and keeping them. That is the more suffering comes over there. Swamiji says, let go thy hold, sannyas in bold. Say, Om Tat Sat Om. So whatever is giving suffering, we think that that person is suffering. No, my attachment is giving suffering. I just detach mentally, and who cares? How many people are in the world, good, bad? What is that to me? I read in the newspaper, but I don't get identified with him, or I don't feel so much pain. But when we identify with somebody, there we get the pain. There we feel the suffering. So this is the call for freedom. This Gita, this verse is taken. Be free. Nistraygunna bhavarjuna. You be free from all these three gunas and its impact on your life. Enjoy freedom. Now, whatever a man wants for his earthly life can be procured here, and he can live a happy life. Instead, what is it that one gets by transcending the three gunas? That question may come. We can have in this life, we can have good food, we can have good shelter, we can have good amenities. But with that work, we can get it here. Or by good karma, I can go to heaven. That is available here. But you are telling us that transcending the three gunas, what shall we get? Shall we go into void? Will it be any purposeful giving up? I am living in the world happily. At least I get some joy and suffering also. But you are telling me to go beyond the gunas, then what will happen to me? As Buddhistic idea will be, shall I go to void? And there will be, also Buddhistic idea, void is not bad. That void is not bad. That is nirvana state, no? So here it is said that this same question, you are teaching me to go beyond of the three gunas, sattvika quality, rajas and tamas quality. Will it be anything, or I will be lost? I am enjoying something at least, and I will not be able to enjoy anything. Then what is the use of going there? That question may come. That's why this verse is, next verse is being said by Bhagavan Krishna. The verse number 46 on page 171. Yavan artha udapane yavan artha udapane sarvata samplutodaki sarvata samplutodaki tavan sarvesu vedesu tavan sarvesu vedesu brahmanasya bijanataha brahmanasya bijanataha. So what it happens? No, there is no loss in that. It is a fulfillment. Given an example, Yavan Arthudapane, it is like a tank. You can see a tank, there is some water. But when it is overflooded, the tank is insignificant there because water everywhere. So when you reach the Trigunatita state, the state beyond, then nothing is lost there. This desire is also included there. You are not to feel that, oh, I am losing something which I have here. If I go beyond, say someone is going into very high mental state. What about his physical fun and joy? No. You are not losing. That joy will be multiplied there because it is all pervaded joy. The joy through the senses was very limited, and you transcend them, you go to a state where you see joy pervades everywhere. And it's so fulfilling, so overwhelming, that you won't lose anything. Rather, all your petty losses, you can find it there. So tomorrow is a big picture, probably we'll talk about that. This verse comes very beautifully. Yeah. That in him, O Lord, Rabindranath Tagore is singing a song there and says that even the smallest particle, atoms and subatoms, or anything I love, anything I lost, everything is in your vast reality. Everything I'll get back there when I reach you. So this is the point. Many people may think, you are asking me to give up this, don't possess, don't attach. I am having at least something here. You are going to give everything and go to the void. So is it at all any beneficial? That to remove that doubt here, Bhagavan Krishna is giving this lesson that you will not lose anything. Like the lake water is not lost. When it is over flooded and it is a flood all around, the water will be everywhere. It is no less, it is more than that what we can get it here. So, to an enlightened Brahmana, all the Vedas are as useful as a tank when there is a flood everywhere. Meaning, it is evident that a tank containing water is very useful in a place where water cannot be had from any other source. There are certain places there is no other resources. In poor villages in India you can find the people all depend on a reservoir where there is some water they take for drinking, they take for their every use of their home. But nobody ever pays any attention to such a tank or reservoir in a locality when it is submerged everywhere with pure water. Likewise, the Vedas and the scriptures are of use to those who are still in ignorance, but faithfully following the sacred books. Happiness can be obtained on earth and in heaven, which are both in the region of the phenomenon. So, in the phenomenon world, the happiness can be had here in the physical plane, and in the heaven maybe in a subtle body. But the various spheres of relative existences becoming meaningless to one who is illumined with Brahma Jnanam. When one realizes the knowledge of Brahman, for him it is meaningless, worthless, useless. That's why the Ananda, there is in the Upanishad, there is a chapter of Ananda, joy, bliss. Joy should be how big is that Brahma Jnana, how huge is that joy it supersedes all the earthly joy or the heavenly joy. All the joys put together will be a speck in the existence of that infinite joy. It is infinite beatitude. All earthly and heavenly happiness are mere rays of that endless brilliance. The food consumed in dream does not nourish the body, whereas what is consumed in the wakeful state gives succor both in the wakeful state and also sleep state. Likewise, Brahma Jnana, which leads to the absolute existence, enriches the Prakriti-bound relative existence also abundantly. That means we don't lose anything. Main idea is that we may fear that if we go beyond the three gunas, three qualities, then will we lose this material world? At least I am having something. But if I am going to an unknown realm, whether there I will lose this and that. So there is no such fear, because Brahma Jnana includes all. Like the example of this small reservoir and entire world permeated with water. So in that comparison, it is no loss, it is unending joy. But now to how to reach that state, that question will come. That you have to work in the life, but that truth is there. That is a theoretical point. But I am to work in this life, no? Every day I work. And whenever I work, naturally we work in the duality, in the level of duality. I am the performer, I am the actor, I am doing something, there is something to achieve something, and there is a process to reach that achievement. So I am bound in this limit. That's why how to do the karma is a oft-quoted verse of the Bhagavad Gita, 47 verse on page 172. Karmani eva adhikaraste, karmani eva adhikaraste, ma phaleshu kadachana, ma phaleshu kadachana, ma karma phalaheturvhu, ma karma phalaheturvhu, ma te sangastu akarmani, ma tu sangastu akarmani. So karmani eva adhikaraste. As we are performing our work, life needs, life's duties and responsibilities are there. So we must have to perform all our actions. Karmani eva. Only my freedom or my right is there to perform the work, but not to control the result, what is coming. Theoretically, when I do a karma work with a specific sincerity and specific procedure, end result will come. But here the advice is that let it come, whatever it comes. You pay attention to your karma and make your mind free. Why are you bothering your mind and you are getting distressed, thinking about the result? I shall do that. I may be failure. If I fail, what I will lose? Useless. You do your work perfectly and let the fruit result come out of its own. Good, good, bad, bad. See how much freedom one can get. We are all caught into this trap. Whenever I am doing, before performing the work perfectly, I am thinking of the good result. Rather, pay attention to the perfect attention to the action, what we are doing. End result will come good, automatically. More than anyone, you will be the best performer. But still, we lose that. We worry about the result, end result. What will happen, what will happen, what will happen. And that takes away our energy, our inspiration, our level of performance, the skill, it gets reduced. So, karmani eva In work only, your adhikar is your right. Ma phaleshu, but not in the results, kadachana, at any point of time. And ma te karma phala heturbhu. Ma, let not the fruit of action be your motive. Your motive will be freedom. In my life, I have to do this. And I do it, finish. We really find some sadhus like that in our order. That is whatever comes, does. Finish. Hands off. Immediately hands off. Doing that work, hands off. And pay attention to the action. How we are doing, how intensely we are focused. And as if that is the whole world. But when it is done, hands off. Whether people say it is good, bad, I am not concerned. See how freedom can be achieved by doing the work we are doing. Every day we suffer. Suppose you prepare a good meal and you made a good plate and you are feeding some people and they don't appreciate. Okay. See, your work, hard work is at the background and actually you did the best thing, but somebody didn't appreciate that. But that non-appreciation creating trouble for me. I work hard and then I am suffering also. If I say I don't care, people, whatever they say, praise or blame, it's not my business, I have done my thing, hands off. So this is a great, great lesson that can give us much more comfort and peace. It's to be practiced every day. Karma phala heturvhu. Let not the results of your action be your motive. Ma te sangu. And let you have no attachment with them. And also, don't be idle. Not be active. Gita's teaching is always be active. You may say, oh, these results, I don't care, so I don't work. That means you are escaping. Spiritual life is not escaping from duties. Duties and responsibilities are to be performed to the fullest extent and then have the freedom not to get attached to the action. Say our one Swami Sarvadevananda was good, no? Sarvadevananda Swami was to painted so many things. But never you find anywhere he writes his own name. He did it and someone asked, okay, I painted and gave it to you. So many I hear that they asked, oh, it is he made for me only. But whatever he did, he painted and whatever came out, go. But someone may say, it is not your product. He never thought that if someone claims that it is not Tadatmananda's painting, he will be suffering. He is free from that end. He is so free, that's why. So in our actions also, it's a great lesson to see. In every action, if one can do that, freedom. The main thing is freedom. Internal freedom comes. I don't have to be happy because someone says good. I need not have to be unhappy because someone says something otherwise. So this is a very great teaching of the Bhagavad Gita. Let us do our work. Let us perform our actions to the best of our ability. But end result, whatever comes, I don't care about that. That whatever comes, I am indifferent to the end result, but not indifferent to the work, not indifferent to performing the work most perfected way or most sincere way. So seek to perform your duty, the running translation. Seek to perform your duty, but lay not claim to its fruits or results. Be you not the producer of the results of your karma. That means, this point is also important. Be not the producer of your fruits of karma. You think, I did it. If you say so, its effect will also come in life. Good, good, bad, bad. So, don't identify there. Be you not the producer of the fruits of action, karma. Neither shall you lean towards inaction. So, do your duties, but Don't be lazy, and no, don't be working like a tamasa people, rajasika people, like a sattika people to work. It is done for God. I've offered it to God. That's why it is said karma yoga ideal. Do everything and offer it to God. And this is the simple formula Sri Ramakrishna taught us. The karma Gita's idea, that way. Let the result have its own effect. But I am unconcerned about that. So there comes the... So there seems to be an anomaly and defeat of the purpose of this injunction. Not an atom moves without a motive. No, in the whole world, everything is moving with there is some motive, there is some purpose. Either beings are all busy, either to gain something or to ward off something unwanted. In the absence of such motive, no action needs to be performed. But the Lord induces Arjuna not to be motivated and at the same time to be intensely active. This is the thing Gita is suggesting. You get motivated, at the same time, no, don't be inactive and don't look at the result. This is a very difficult thing. You should be motivated to do that. But with all intensity, all heart and soul you are working, but you are not at all interested whatever the outcome comes. So this is very contradictory idea, as if Bhagavan Krishna is giving to Arjuna. So the response is yes, herein lies the turning point in life from Priya to Shreya. Prayas means what is we gain here. Shreya means which is the ultimate good. So here is a turning point from what we gain here versus what we gain ultimate good. Ultimate good is freedom, ultimate God realization, ultimate good is total absence of entanglement into the world. Good accrues from detachment, never from attachment. Good means ultimate good. Ultimate good always comes from detachment. All joys come from, those are the people, they enjoy the life most, those who are detached. Swamiji gave the example, who enjoys a painting? The buyer or the seller? None of them are interested in enjoying the painting. Because one is saying how much I can gain out of this sale. Someone is saying how less I can pay to get the painting. Their focus is on the price. They are not enjoying the picture. Picture can be enjoyed by an onlooker. That's why when you go to museum, they say don't touch. This philosophy they are teaching. You enjoy from a distance, but don't try to possess. If you touch, then police will catch you or the guard will catch you. So this is the point, that how we can be in the world to enjoy everything like onlooker. Situation forces us to be attached. Situation makes us cry. Situation makes us happy, some momentarily. And it is going on from all through the life. But that's not a wise way of living. Wise way of living is my freedom. I will not be involved into it. That needs guts, spiritual practice, strong understanding about the philosophy of this existence. So here it says, good, real good accrues from detachment. That's a totally different idea in the world we get. If you don't get attached, how can you do it intensely? How can you do it so perfectly? That is the normal idea. But here it says detachment is the only thing, absolute good comes out of that. And never from attachment. Karma in itself is not bad, but it becomes so when mixed with desire. Karma is always free, but karma done with attachment brings all sufferings. Desire-tainted karma gives continuity to the wheel of birth and death. the seekers after heavenly enjoyment are also slaves to the desire. Because you don't find joy here, you are thinking after death I will go to heaven. People do charity and other things, thinking I will do this meritorious act to reach that ultimate joy after death. So this is also desire. Conquerors of desire are they who cares not for the fruits of results of their karma. Freedom from desire is the real freedom. When duty discharged, untarnished by desire, what happens? Clarity of understanding comes, one. In addition, efficiency increases. When the karma therefore has to be performed perfectly by an aspirant, unmindful of the results of actions therefore. So, two things will come when duty is discharged. When there is no desire, the clarity of understanding will come and efficiency of the person will increase. Naturally, ultimately it stands like that. That is the best performer, those who can do detached work. And their energy becomes limitless. Our 90% of the energy goes away, drains out. What if we get a bad result today? Suppose a simple example. A student goes to give a examination, goes to school or college, and the result is bad, the paper 1. The second day's study, it affects the second day's examination. First day, if there's something bad happens, and think, oh, I have done so bad, that impacts the entire study of the next day, and the examination paper and writing the response, all will be muddled up. So, but if one can think, I did my best, and whatever good, bad, I don't think about that. He gets the energy, renewed energy to do the work next day, whatever is the duty. So this is the secret of karma. It gives us energy, efficiency, and it gives the clarity of understanding that what is this. Another verse? 10 minutes are there. Okay. 48, verse number 48 on page 173. Yogastha Guru Karmani, Yogastha Guru Karmani, Shangang Tyaktva Dhananjaya, Shangang Tyaktva Dhananjaya, Siddhya Asiddhya Samabhutva, Siddhi Asiddhyo Samabhutva, Samattam Yoga Uchyate, Samattam Yoga Uchyate. Therefore, this is the advice of Bhagavan Krishna to all of us. He is addressing the Dhananjaya, means Arjuna, because the conversation. Yogastha Kuru Karmani. So you do karma being a yogastha, as people do my meditate. You do your karma like meditation. See, he is raising the karma ideal to such a flight that karma will be your meditation. Yogastha Kuru Karmani. You do karma being as if you are in yoga. You are established in yoga. That's the end result of meditation. Yogastha Kuru. You let your hand work, your mind will be absorbed in where peace, in perfect peace. No anxiety, nothing happening. That's why Swami Bhuteshananda Maharaj used to say, when he has to go somewhere, and he needs to take a little more time for preparing himself. But he cannot do himself, so his attendants used to help him. And the attendants got so much nervous, they do all the wrong things with that hurriedness. And that's why he used to say, why are you so hurried? No, the train will leave or the plane will leave. Okay, let it leave. You think you have nothing to do. You arrange to put my shoes only perfectly. He is doing all the right and wrong things in doing his basic work, being nervous. It happens, when you are nervous, naturally it takes longer time for this. Which mistake you don't do the other day, That time you will do the mistake. So therefore it says yogastha, to keep your mind in as if you are meditating. That is the focus. Concentrated focus. Yogastha kuru karmani. Karmani bahuvachan. You may do multifarious activities. But whatever activity you are doing, you do it yogastha, being established in union with calmness, serenity and purity. What an ideal. Huh? And sangang taktva, don't think of any association with a result. What result? Good, appreciation, or non-appreciation. Oh Dhananjaya, don't. And you attain siddhi, success, or you fail, or siddhi. In siddhi, success, or in failure, samo bhutva, make them two equal. If I succeed, okay. If I don't succeed, that's also okay. This is the best I can do. With full concentration, I have performed the action. Samattam, this yoga uchyate. What is yoga? Yoga means nothing but this one-pointedness or calmness, the serenity of the mind in all the actions. So that person becoming a yogi every day. Because every action, one after another, he is doing 100 activities. But keeping the mind calm, doing one duty, hands off. Doing another duty, hands off. Third duty, hands off. And infinite energy will come. That's why we used to see some sadhus in our Belur Math. They do so much. Say, example, Lokeswarananda Swami. Many, we saw him before us. How much responsibility he used to carry in the Institute of Culture or somewhere. But how much sweetness and how much serenity and calmness he used to carry with him. Wherever he goes, wherever he talks. He's coming from the office, 100 signatures for checks and these and official order and this and that. At the same time, when you speak, as if there is nothing, no problem. He is actually attending to you only. So this is the ideal of this karma yoga and Bhagavan Krishna is presenting before us. So we end here. Om Shanti, 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat, Sri Rama Krishna Arpanam Astu.